Hey everyone, this is Angie at StampingWithAmore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. So if you are new, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I post on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So today I am sharing this Shadow Box card. This will fit in a regular standard envelope. You just close that up and put it in. The envelope, it does fit inside there, and I am not good at all at masculine cards, but I really like the way this one turned out. I hope you enjoy it because it's really a fun one, and these are so easy to do, y'all. You will not believe how easy they are to do. You just create your scene and put it inside, and we are ready to go. But it may be a little bit longer because I did do some extra layering and stuff on the inside of this, but I thought it turned out super cute. And I'm using a new Stampin' Up! Bundle, which is called Let's Set Sail. It's this one right here, and it has the coordinating punch that goes with it. So that is the one that I'm sharing. And then we are using layering circles. But you can make this front any way you want it. You can make it a square, a rectangle, any kind of shape that you want it. Because the boat is smaller, I just decided to use the circle. And then for the inside, I am going to be making these waves that are on the bottom. And all I did was use the basic borders. I am using this little border right here. And what I did was I used some Misty Moonlight for that, and I just kept running it through the cut and emboss to make different layers, which we're going to just layer these on top of each other so that they look like little waves in there. And we're going to do 3 layers of that, but we're also using this piece, and I'll tell you the measurements of everything here in just a minute. And then I also decided to use this Forever Flourishing dies, and I am just using one die out of here. Just use what you have, because that's what I did. I just looked because I thought it needed a little bit of greenery or something on the outside here, so I just used this one here, and I already ran these through the cut and emboss. So those are all the things I'm using. You can just create your own little scene, whatever you want to create, but it's really, really easy to do. All right, so let's get started on the measurements here. And you are going to need 2 pieces that are 5.5 by 6 1/4. This is for the top and bottom of our card. And then you'll need a piece that mat is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is going to be our background, and this is going to be for the front, which I cut out for this little circle right here to layer onto the front. And then you need scrap basic white, and that's just for stamping our boat and for punching out our clouds, which I am using the cloud punch again for that. If you saw my Sunday video, I used the cloud punch for that as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, let's cut and stamp. I'm using Early Espresso and Pacific Point for our boat. And I'm doing this probably the hard way, but I really prefer to just stamp each piece by itself and then punch it. To me, it just seems so much easier. So we're going to do the mess of the boat. So I'm doing that one, and this is, I should have done it the other way, stamped it the other way so it would make it easier. Always punch it the way that the punch is going. So like what I mean is, if this is going that way, I should have punched it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that way, make it a little bit easier for me to punch it. So then I think I'll go this way with this. Just put it inside there and make sure you're even on all the sides. I cut it a little bit short, but that was my fault because I punched it upside down. All right, so there's our one mast. We're going to do the other one. And we can actually use this same piece and stamp it on this side, because you always have two sides to it, and it's going to be laying flat and you aren't going to see it. So then we're doing that one. I'm going to punch this one out. Again, I have it a little, no, I need to cut that. Like I said, I probably do it the hard way. You can make a matrix, but I always fail at the matrix. So I always find this much easier. And then we have both our masks, and I could punch on this, but it's too small and narrow. I'm not even going to bother. We are going to use early espresso for the boat part. Punch that one. This one's much easier. And there you go. We got them both, all the boat ready to go. Now while we have all the punches and stuff out here, let's just punch the clouds. So I'm using our cloud punch. This makes it so easy, y'all. You just need two of the clouds. And I think that is it for now. I think all of that stuff is done. Now all we have to do is score. So we are going to score our pieces, and you have to score on the 6 1/4 inch side. So you're scoring at 1/2 and 1, and then you can just turn it around and score it at 1/2 and 1 again, or you can score at 1/2, 1, 5 1/4, and 5 3/4. It's all up to you how you like to do it. Again, you're going to do the same on this piece. Oops, why do I do that all the time? So we're going to do it at 1/2, 1, and then you can do 5 1/4 and 5 3/4. And now I have to fix my boo-boo as usual, because lately I have been doing this a lot, going off the side. Alright, so that is it. So what we're going to do first is we are going to put our holes in this. So we are using the layering circles, and I'm using the largest circle. This circle is a 3-inch circle. So you want to center this the best that you can. I'm going to put it up a little bit because our sentiment's going to go down here. So I'm going to center that, bring in the cut and emboss. And we are going to run this through. So we have the center here of our card. Easy and peasy. All right, now this is going to be the front mat. This piece right here is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. It's just a tad smaller than the center part of this card. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set it on the back here. I'm going to layer it where I want it, flip it over. And what I'm going to do is use a pencil, and I am going to just outline it. This makes it so easy. And then what I'll do is take this smaller one, which is 2 3/4, and you want to lay this right on top there where your circle is. And then we're going to run this through. And it looks like it's right on your line, which it should be, because then it'll layer up just right. All right, I confused myself there a minute. All right, so we have that. Keep your circles because you know you can always use them for a card. And then we'll bring our other piece in here, and then this is just going to layer like that on our card. So what we're going to do here is I think I'm just going to flip it over. See if I can flip it over and it works. I think it does. Yeah, it'll work if you just flip it over. So we're going to attach that to this. Just always look on your front to make sure that this piece is lined up just right, because you want an even amount of space all around your edge there. So I'm just going to set it there. That's why I use wet glue, because you can move this around a little bit. It's much easier to center it. So it's going to be just like that. Press that down. And then let's sharpen these. So this is going to go this way, and then this comes the opposite way. So I'm going to show you here in a minute what it looks like. So when you look at it down like that, that is what it's going to look like. And then we're ready to do our other piece as well. So this one's going to do the same. So it is Mountain Valley style. Use a thick cardstock for this because it really, really makes a difference. So that's the way that looks. And then we are going to start layering. So we're going to use our Balmy Blue right here. This is the same size. It's 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. You're going to lay this down. Again, I always use wet glue for this. And then it's just going to go right in the center here. And then we're going to start building our scene. So the piece that I'm using, this Misty Moonlight for our waves, this piece is 2 by 5 1/8, by 4 1/8. So 2 by 4 1/8. This is going to go on the bottom here, and then we're going to layer our other pieces on here so that we get this wave effect. So I am going to grab my boat. I'm going to see where my boat is going to go here. So I want to see about how high I want to start this at. So that's going to be in the center, and then you're just going to start cutting these to fit on the inside. You don't have to be super perfect on this because it is going to be covered. So we're going to start layering these. So I'm going to do this one first. You can just layer it on here. It should be about, I think, 2.5 inches. So you can layer it all on this one piece and then glue it down, or you can just do it this way. So I think it's about 2.5 I measured up. So we are going to put our first one right there. What you want to do, and this is how I did it, I just kept on holding this over the top here to see where my boat was going to sit and where the waves needed to start. So that's what you need to do to get this about right where you want it. I'm going to move it down just a hair. And the reason I put this is because if you look inside, you can see, you would be able to see this balmy blue. So I'm going to glue the next piece, and you just want to kind of stagger these so that they look like, you know, waves. So just kind of stagger it. And then just cut that off. Don't need that. Of course, I'm going to get it on there. And then we have one more piece, and this is the piece I just used on the bottom here. Just be creative. You can just do however you like it. Just be creative. It's really fun to do, but I just loved how it looked like they were waves. So that's what that looks like. The boat is going to go, I'm tucking it under actually here a little bit. So the boat is going to go like right in the center. like that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my clouds down. I'm going to do one over here. And then one on this side. They're going to kind of overlap. I'm going to scoot that over just a hair. Again, use your glue so you can move it. I'm going to use my Memento Black because we have some little birds that we're going to stamp on here. So I'm stamping some up here, well down here. We're going to do some down here, and then we're going to do some up at the top. Just like that. Again, I think I'm going to move my boat down a hair because I think I got my waves a little bit too high. I should measure them. Yeah, I got them almost 3 inches. You want it about 2.5, the waves. So I got it a little bit too high, but it's all right. It's going to work. So I'm going to just move my boat down a little bit here. And then we're going to put the masks on. Oh, I popped these masks up with dimensionals. I used a dimensional on both of these. It just gave it a little extra dimension. So that goes there. And then that one. And then I'm going to see how I'm looking here. So you can see there's the boat and the waves and everything ready to go. So what I want to do before I do anything else is stamp my sentiment. So you're going to stamp the sentiment right there. And I am using these for birthday. So it is hope it's your best day ever. And we're going to stamp that right in the front here. And then we are going to glue these. Again, I need to cover my ink. We're going to use wet glue because you can have a minute to line these up really good. Make sure that they're even. And then we're going to do the opposite side. Aren't these easy though? All you have to do is create your little scene and then put your shadow box together. So we're going to line these up really good again. And then I'm going to add my little green piece. You can leave it just like this because isn't that cute? And then, but I wanted to add a little bit, so I'm just adding a little greenery right there. But I think it's a really good masculine card, and it could be for Father's Day, it could be for birthday, and I did need a birthday card, a male birthday card, so that's what I'm using this for. So there you have it. All you do to put it in your envelope is squeeze that in, push these down really good, and stick it in your envelope, and you will be ready to go. But isn't that cute? And they can just put it like that to display it and to write on the back. So just write your message on the back, or you can stamp it on the back before. I'll probably just write something and then sign it because that's the best way to do it instead of adding anything to it. All right, everyone, there you have it. Here is the other one that I did. See, this boat is a little bit down further. So 2.5 inches is the magic number. I had it almost 3, so it's about a 1/2 inch too tall. So if you can do it either way you like, but I think it looks better a little bit down further. All right, everyone, I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com, and here's my February hostess code. Please use the hostess code when you order. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.